Class of 2021, congratulations. My name is Eileen Strumpel, and it is my honor and pleasure to serve as the inaugural dean here at the UCLA Herb Alpert School of Music. And on behalf of our dedicated faculty and staff, I am delighted to welcome you, your family, your friends, your loved ones, everyone to this virtual commencement ceremony. Now, today's events might be virtual in format, but everything that it stands for and all of your accomplishments could not be more real and more tangible. And so while we may not yet be able to gather in person, I'm delighted to greet and to celebrate with you here as we share in honoring our graduates. We all know that music has the power to connect. For many of us, that's originally what drew us to the power of music. And our community here at the School of Music is one that allows us to connect not only with one another, but with audiences, with rich traditions of performance and scholarship, and with colleagues in our respective fields. Class of 2021, you have taken this to new heights. While the past year has often kept us apart in the physical world, you have not allowed it to dampen your ability to forge important relationships. You've found new ways to come together in performance, often using innovative digital modes of rehearsal and production. You've shown that a classroom can be anywhere there is a willingness to learn. You have helped one another through a time that will define a generation. And you have done it using the skills gained in your musical studies, including improvisation, entrepreneurship, deep listening, collaboration. We're all feeling the impacts of this past year and the societal injustices that have been laid bare over the past year. And this means that your abilities will be crucial to the work ahead of us as we collectively build a new and hopefully better version of our new normal. Creating this future will require solidarity, which can only be cultivated through those meaningful relationships with each other. Graduates, all of your time here has shown me that that's possible. Your art, your studies, your contributions to the industry will continue serving as vital links between us and among us. I'm thrilled and proud to celebrate this important milestone with you. And as you prepare to take this next step and these next milestones in your career, whether that's in college or in the workforce, I hope you'll remain deeply connected to your UCLA family. And I look forward to being amazed by all that you achieve. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Our 2021 commencement speaker texted me this. Arturo, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm getting ready to record my commencement speech. Do I address Eileen Strumpel as inaugural dean or just Dean Strumpel? I don't want to screw it up from the beginning. Well, I texted her back, Dean Strumpel. I'm perplexed as to just how to introduce you as a superhero, spiritual leader, brilliant musician, dear friend, and seriously funny lady too much? To which she texted back, dear friend, yellow heart, and gets lost going around the block, crazy smiley face. The truth is that Regina Carter is many things. A MacArthur Fellow, a Doris Duke Artist Award winner. She's the first non-classical violinist to play Niccolò Paganini's Il Canone, the canon, the legendary violin built by Giuseppe Guarneri. She's a prolific artist who has performed with a who's who, including Kenny Barron, Stephon Harris, Billy Joel, Dolly Parton, and even Mary J. Blige. She's also appeared with the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, and many other major orchestras throughout the planet. She has concertized throughout the world, thrilling audiences with her incredible artistry. We traveled together and performed at the border of Mexico and the United States for a documentary called Fandango at the Wall. And this is where I really learned who Regina Carter was. We finished rehearsing, we're getting into our vans, and we saw one of the famous dancing horses of Tijuana. I motioned the trainer to bring him over, and the horse started to dance for us. Before you knew it, guitars broke out. Saxophones broke out. And here's a MacArthur fellow, a Doris Duke artist, pulled out her violin and jammed with the horse. I kid you not. Jamming across species. That's the kind of person Regina is. Yes, Regina is all that, but what I love about her is that she doesn't define herself as a classical or a jazz artist. She isn't pinned down to one identity or another. She lives on the continuum of all that it is. She sees horizontally and takes all of us in her view, and in so doing, includes all of us in her music. To be this accomplished, this gifted, and to see herself as part of the global and musical family to which we all rightfully belong is a truly inspiring and profound lesson. I am proud to introduce to you my dear friend, Regina Carter.
Dean Strimple, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, families, friends, and the graduating class of 2021, thank you for inviting me to join you on this auspicious occasion. I'm truly honored and grateful for the opportunity to share with you what I hope will be helpful thoughts as you embark upon such bright futures. I'd like everyone to pause, take a deep breath, and give yourselves a pat on the back for surviving a year that has challenged our collective physical, spiritual, and mental health like no other. COVID-19 turned our world upside down. We all endured difficulties. I hope that you and yours, the ones you love, have avoided serious illness and financial hardship. Things are looking better now for public health because of the vaccines, but the future for various parts of our economy is still uncertain, and that's certainly true for those of us in the entertainment industry. When things open up, and they will, take comfort in knowing you've spent years preparing for the unexpected. I'm sure that more than a few of you have experienced situations on stage where you had to think fast on your feet. Perhaps you're at the venue, the concert's starting in 2 hours, and you get a phone call that one of your ensemble members' flights has been canceled. The show must go on. You have to figure it out. Or you call a tune and you forget the lyrics. Or you forget what tune you called. That's happened to me a few times. I remember years ago, I was fortunate enough to tour with the late great bassist Ray Brown. We were performing at a festival. I called a tune, he counted it off, and I started playing the wrong tune. He realized what happened and instructed the band to switch to the tune I was playing, and meanwhile, I switched to the tune I was supposed to be playing. It was awful. I was mortified, and on top of that, it was recorded. Mr. Brown came to my dressing room later and said, "Kid, you okay? Won't be the last time it happens." And he was right. We just have to smile and keep it moving. All of this, and you still pursued this crazy life. That is a calling. You all have received the calling. I believe all musicians that receive the calling, it's a spiritual calling that none of us could ignore. There are going to be people in your lives who will never understand why you chose such an uncertain career. Some of you may have heard or will hear from well-intended friends and family, "What is it that you do all day?" Or, "You get paid to do this?" My favorite one is, "What is your real job?" When you explain, they still may not get it. For many years, you've been committed to your craft, spending hours upon hours practicing, listening, studying, performing, eating, breathing, and living music in order to pursue this calling. On top of that, add up all the time your parents, grandparents, guardians have invested in getting you to and from your lessons and performances, all the hours they spent listening to you practice, the cost of gas, transportation, lessons, instruments, stage wear, etc. Let me tell you something. It doesn't get any more real than being a musician. At my age now, I understand why my mother was a nervous wreck when I told her I wanted to pursue music as a career. Thankfully, though, when I was your age, you couldn't tell me nothing. I wouldn't trade my journey for anything in the world. It's been a blast. On a serious note, though, music teaches us one of the most powerful lessons, that nothing is 100% certain. Music isn't stagnant, it's fluid, and its beauty comes from its imperfections. You spent all these years and invested a lot of time, money, refining your craft, and now you're graduating. And now what? Now the fun begins. Think of yourselves as characters in a video game. You've been dropped in the middle of a forest with numerous paths leading to your destination. Doesn't matter which path you choose, even if you start on a path as one of your peers, your journey is going to be completely unique to you. Don't compare yourselves to others or get caught up in their journey. Focus on yourself and know that you'll get where you're supposed to be. Be resilient and know that failure is a part of success. Let me say that again. Failure is an important part of success. Be humble and learn from every experience. Some of you might think you're lost, but remember, you can discover some incredible things when you get lost. Some will make unplanned stops along the way, take detours. Just like in video games, you'll encounter detours, dead ends, trolls, and other distractions. You might have moments when you just want to throw up your hands and say, forget it. Why am I doing this anyway? I still have those days from time to time. All of this is normal. I call them speed bumps. Speed bumps are placed in our lives to make us slow down and pay attention. In slowing down, you may see and experience something new, causing you to alter your course. Most often, you'll find your initial destination will change several times throughout your journey. The there and getting there is constantly changing. Many of you will have the wonderful opportunity to tour around the world on someone else's dime, performing, teaching, being exposed to other cultures, music, art, food. My favorite parts were the food and my lifelong friendships I've made with people all over the world. There will also be those less glamorous gigs, the ones where you show up and the audience starts complaining about the volume of the drums before you can even get them unpacked, or that table of people that are talking so loudly that you can barely hear yourselves playing. These gigs aren't necessarily fun, but they pay the rent. I call these paid rehearsals. Then there are this opportunity will give you a lot of exposure gigs, which means very little to no money. Exposure isn't negative though. You can barter. For example, maybe the host is an attorney and agrees to look over a contract for you in exchange for you playing their affair. Know your worth and add tax. And please, please do not undercut a peer for a gig. It ruins it for all of us. You're on stage the minute you step outside your front door. You never know who's watching you or who you're influencing. Your behavior can have a huge impact on whether or not you get a gig, a certain position, grants, or an award. Don't burn bridges. You'll be the one that gets burned. Be on time, which means early, and dress for success, whatever that means to you or the person hiring you. Remember, people see us before they hear us. Be respectful of everyone. That includes the stage crew. They usually have goodies in their office. Ushers, lighting folks, janitors, and especially the sound engineers. They can exact a revenge upon you that you'll regret. Respect the music, the stage, your fellow musicians, the audience. They are sacred. Treat them as such. Also, respect yourselves. I don't care how famous or how big of a name someone has. They are not allowed to disrespect you. Do not allow yourself to be disrespected. You deserve the same respect as they do. You'll have unlimited opportunities to utilize your gifts and talents. Be open. Set goals, dream big, and surround yourselves with people that are hardworking. Take care of yourselves mentally, spiritually, and physically. Give back to the universe. Volunteer to perform in hospitals, nursing homes, hospice centers, prisons, and other places where people need the comforting of music. The experience will fill you with joy as well. All of you are healers. Share your gifts proudly and confidently, and always remember, regardless to whether there are 1,000 people in your audience or just one, your job is to do your absolute best. After all, you never know who needs the healing. And most of all, have fun. Class of 2021, congratulations. Thank you.
Not good, not bad. Hi, my name is Randy Newman, and I, like you, graduated from UCLA today. Unlike you, I've been at it for 60 years. I started going to school here in February of 1961, and it all ends today. No more Rush Week, no more that Song Fest they used to have. I'll miss it. I learned a lot here at the music school, history too. Dr. Hutchinson, Dr. Demaray taught basic harmony. Kelly James taught orchestration very well, and I benefited enormously. I started on an even playing field with everyone. I mean, I was going to finish in 4 years and move on to the rest of my life. But I fell behind in the first hour. There was orientation they have every year. This was in Royce. It was a small class because it was winter. It was February of 1961. Wow. And I was sitting at the back of the room. I don't see very well, so I wanted to be as far back as I could, so when I really couldn't see it. No, it's not so. I was trying my best, and I was sitting in the back of the room. Dr. Hoxie, I think, was doing it. Dr. Hoxie is a renowned history teacher, and he ran a slideshow talking about the school and its history. And I leaned back to, get into it, and I knocked the slide projector over, and that was it. They couldn't fix it. That was the beginning, and it was the beginning of a series of mishaps like that. Which slowed me down quite a bit. But enough of me. This is your day, and I congratulate you. And it's a great place, and you will benefit greatly by having gone there. I wish you the best, and I'll see you sometime. Bye.
Hi everyone, congratulations to the class of 2021. Here's a special tune dedicated to all of our amazing graduating students, and it's a special nod to our newest graduate, Randy Newman. Please enjoy.
Hey, what you doing way up here?
I thought I'd get one last look at the sun before I get packed away again.
Look, Jesse, I know you hate me for leaving, but I have to go back. I'm still Andy's toy. Well, if you knew him, you'd understand. You see,
Let me guess. Andy's a real special kid. And to him, you're his buddy, his best friend. And when Andy plays with you, it's like, even though you're not moving, you feel like you're alive. Because that's how he sees you.
How did you know that?
Because Emily was just the same. She was my whole world.
When somebody left me, everything within my heart. And when she was sad, I was there to dry her tears. And when she was happy, so was I. When she left me. Through the summer and fall, summer and we had each other there alone. Just she and I together, like it was meant to be. And when she was lonely, I was there to comfort her. And I knew that she so the years went by, I stayed the same, but she began to drift away. I was left alone. Still I waited for the day when she'd say, I will always love you. Alone and forgotten, never thought she'd look my way. And she smiled at me and held me just like she used to do. Like she loved me when she loved me. And somebody loved me. Everything was beautiful. Every hour we spent together lives within my heart. When she
Hi, my name is Arturo Farrell. I'm a professor in the Global Jazz Studies Department at the UCLA Herb Alpert School of Music, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to our 2021 undergraduate student commencement speaker, Liv Slavey. Liv is graduating with summa cum laude honors with a BA in musicology and a minor in theater. At UCLA, she wrote and directed with Hooligan Theater Company, competed with club gymnastics, and held leadership positions in Active Listening Club and Muse, Undergraduate Journal for Music Studies. This year, she was part of the inaugural Alpert Student Advisory Board. After graduation, she hopes to pursue an MFA in theater directing, creating at work at the intersection of art, scholarship, and activism. She also hopes to develop a vegan home baking business. Please join me in welcoming our 2021 undergraduate commencement speaker, Liv Slavey.
Can I tell you a secret, Dr. Schoenberg-Basenet?
You're paying me for precisely that.
I don't want to graduate.
What's bothering you?
Well, the pandemic has kind of wreaked havoc on the performing arts, and I can't decide whether to go to grad school or culinary school or be an artist or an activist or start a company or a sustainable bed and breakfast in southern Germany or... Anyway, people say everything's going to change soon, but this is exactly the moment when I don't want things to be so uncertain.
Kiddo, things are always uncertain, whether they look like it on the outside or not. You simply cannot see the future. Now, this is one of the more major world events. But nothing. This is a historical event, and you just happen to be graduating.
That's not very comforting.
Things are extremely unstable right now.
I'm paying you to tell me that everything's going to be okay.
And you know what can happen in times of instability? Beginnings, a huge shift towards something better.
I know you're right. It just sounds so grandiose. So what? It's the responsibility of me and my peers to fix everything? Like you said, we can't see the future.
Because you can't see the future, you have no other choice but to trust in yourself and your abilities. What are you gonna do? Sit around dreaming up scenarios where you're an unhappy, lonely little person? Don't make things unnecessarily hard for yourself. It's your responsibility to simply follow what you love with care and respect for yourself and others.
You're very wise.
Not to mention, you can do all the things you're interested in. You know how deeply things are interconnected, and you have time to start over if you want. I had a career as a civil engineer before I became a psychologist. Granted, I've been alive for several hundred years, but still.
I'm just not ready to leave UCLA. I met some of my best friends. I learned what musicology is, and I learned about the exciting scholarship it encompasses. I studied with professors who made me passionate about things I'd never even heard of.
Why do you think you're done with all of that? None of those processes, those relationships will magically cease to exist after UCLA sends you a piece of paper.
I won't get to cry in the Schoenberg first floor bathroom anymore. I won't get to sit on the floor of the hallway because all the benches are taken. I won't get to eat fancy olives at the reception of a visiting scholars talk. I won't get to get the B-plate peanut butter and oat smoothie. It's such a bittersweet parting. I wish I could do the last year over again. We should have had more time.
You should have. But look what you and your peers accomplished in spite of all the challenges this year. You found ways to continue performing and creating, to connect us through your art in mourning and healing, and that is absolutely essential to getting us all through this mess. I'm just telling you things you already know, but hopefully you'll believe me because I have a doctorate.
Thank you, Dr. Schoenberg Basement. I feel still a little nervous, but mostly excited.
I'll leave you with one last thing because I have to go meditate before my next high-strung client. Listen.
Huh?
Wherever you go, keep listening.
My name is Robert Fink, and I'm the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs at the UCLA Herb Alpert School of Music. It is my privilege and pleasure to introduce our 2021 graduate student commencement speaker, Brina Lorraine. Brina came to UCLA with master's degrees in both musicology and business administration, and this year completed her PhD in musicology with a cutting-edge dissertation on the past, present, and future of music supervision in Hollywood. Her study was based on extensive fieldwork inside the highly competitive world of professional music licensing and synchronization. And she also completed a graduate certificate in early modern studies from the UCLA Center for 17th and 18th Century Studies. A strong advocate for education, Brina is passionate about college admissions mentorship and access to music education and performance opportunities for low-income students. Please welcome our graduate student commencement speaker for 2021, Dr. Brina Lorraine.
Congratulations, class of 2021, and to those of us who finished in fall 2020. My name is Brina Lorraine, and it is my honor and privilege to speak to you today. This is an occasion to celebrate our many achievements and memories, and to thank those who have stood by our side. And I know we're all grateful to UCLA for each step of our journey, from our very first day as Bruins, through our transformative experiences, and through the difficulties and uncertainties we have faced as a society and campus community since last March. It goes without saying that we have navigated trying circumstances. The global pandemic, social and racial injustice, political unrest. And now, most of us will find ourselves standing at a crossroads in life. So, where can we go from here? What can we do as we embark on the next phase of our journey, beyond this campus we love so much? In the face of societal, personal, or professional uncertainty, one thing we can control is deciding to put into motion what we have learned here at UCLA. Yes, we are empowered to do so, and today we are wonderfully positioned to empower others to do so as well. We each have our own reasons for devoting years of our lives to the study of music and culture, and during our time at UCLA, we have grown intellectually, artistically, and emotionally. We also have become increasingly aware that actions often speak louder than words, but words can deeply penetrate the hearts and minds of those they reach. And this is one of the reasons why our fields of study are so important during times like this. The contributions we can offer to our communities are different from other disciplines, and we can have a meaningful and lasting influence. So, what should emerge from our individual and shared experiences here as students, as musicians in ensembles, as participants in graduate seminars, as community members of the UCLA Herb Alpert School of Music, as true Bruins? Music, ethnomusicology, and musicology in action. What does music, ethnomusicology, and musicology in action look like? It will probably look very different for each of us. For some, it will look like writing or performing compositions that communicate the change we seek, the hope we long for, or the perseverance we so desperately need. For others, it should look like volunteering with or even launching nonprofit organizations that provide community services or music education and performance opportunities for those in need. For those of us in scholarship, it should look like researching and writing about subjects that will generate dialogue to effect systemic change. For most of us, as we teach music in some shape or form, whether it's theory, history, performance, musicology, or ethnomusicology, it should look like crafting an informed curriculum that transforms the lives of our students, just as many of us have been transformed here at UCLA. For all of us, it should look like standing up to injustice, confronting oppression, sparking new ways of thinking, empowering others, and forming a deeper respect for one another. It should look like voicing our truest core values and expecting the same from our peers. This is our responsibility as true Bruins. This is true Bruin music, ethnomusicology, and musicology in action. UCLA Herb Alpert School of Music, let's go!
I am thrilled at this point to join you all as we celebrate the achievements of our Dean's Medal recipients. As inaugural dean, I have had the wonderful privilege of working with our faculty and department chairs to develop new traditions for our evolving school while embracing celebrations that showcase our students' talent and exemplify our mission, vision, and core values. The Dean's Medals are an important School of Music tradition that I'm proud to carry forward. I've worked closely with our department chairs to identify this year's recipients, all of whom have contributed greatly to our school community and have achieved great feats in musical scholarship or displayed exceptional technical prowess and performance. You each display and represent the best of our school and what it means to be a Bruin. Congratulations.
Hello, I am Mark Kligman, Chair of the Department of Ethnomusicology. I congratulate all of you today on the wonderful achievement of completing our program with a degree in ethnomusicology. You are part of a 60-year history of legendary figures who have helped define and create the field of ethnomusicology, who have taught about the world's music. With us, you have learned about music's diversity, about the complexity of music, and how music makes a statement in social issues and many important contemporary topics. We hope that you take from what you have learned, and we look forward to hearing about your next chapter. We want to hear the music that you create. We want to learn from you of your ideas, and we want to know about your journey. We wish you all the best in the future that lies ahead, and we know it will be bright. Congratulations on this extraordinary achievement. For BA in Ethnomusicology, Matthew Ahrens, Maya Barajas Tavera, Karen Contreras, Jules Gilliam, Aaron Glenn Goodman, Bennett Hara, Hayden Everett Hunt, Seijin Im, Hannah Lee, Kennedy Lee, Noah Spencer Mahood, George McHenry, Lucas John Moore, Caitlin Nugent, Sophia Rose Papillo, Jorge Vargas Hidalgo. For the PhD in Ethnomusicology, Mark Bolin, David Castaneda, Alisu Maria Muthias, Edwin Porras.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the faculty, your fellow students, and our dedicated staff, I want to congratulate all of you for the task you have accomplished as graduates of the Global Jazz Studies program. You are to be commended not only for your outstanding artistic and academic development, but for the resilient integrity you have exhibited during this past year of multiple challenges. The COVID pandemic, thus studying remotely via the internet, recording and editing your musical work, and for being part of our UCLA family in responding to the tragedies of the death of George Floyd and too many others, to the social and racial issues that have become forefront in our nation, and so many other challenges. You have demonstrated that as artists and scholars, we can exemplify how the arts and their study have a paramount role in the present and future of our world. You will carry this hope of all of us in your future careers and life. And we honor and love you for this. It is now my honor to introduce the UCLA Global Jazz Studies class of 2021. Larry Alvarez, Isabel Dobrev, Brendan Kersey Wilson, Glynis McNamara, Steve Murillo, Angela Ray, Lorenzo Siciliano, Sarah Yokute.
At our core, musicians are storytellers. We don't always tell our stories with words, though often we do, but we also use sound, energy, physicality, emotion, experimentation, improvisation, and collaboration. When we tell the story of the years 2020 and 2021, of course we will describe social distancing, masks, dining at home, virtual performances, and Zoom rooms with someone talking while still muted. We will talk about how our concert halls went silent and we no longer traveled around the world to study, teach, research, converse, and explore. But I hope, above all, we will tell stories of resilience and flexibility and creativity and perseverance. How we found new ways to foster and improve our art and scholarship and lay the groundwork to come back to in-person music making even more skilled than before. And perhaps also better, kinder, more thoughtful, and more aware of and committed to building a fairer and more just future than our complicated past. I congratulate our students, and especially this year's graduating class, on the grace you have shown during these challenging times. And I thank you for what you have contributed to our musical learning community here at UCLA, and what you will most surely continue to contribute to our art forms and our world in the years ahead. These are the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in music. Emma Boone, Severy Chastain Castellanos, Nathan Kulkazi, Cole Davis, Olivia Musahanyan Gardabedian, David Gesser, Marina Gomez, Joseph Green, Nathaniel Harris, Nicholas Hernandez, Austin Ho, Elijah Jones, Chase Lange, Michelle Mao, Jihyun Lily Moon, Randall Newman, Maggie Pan, Mark Stevenson, Jazz Stringfellow, Sophia Su, Maya Sumanawira, Chloe Malia Vaught, Mei Zhang. These are the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Music Composition. Sunghoon Duncan Smith. These are the candidates for the Bachelor of Music degree in Music Performance. Raul Arroyo, Thomas Bradford, Stanley Casconi, Esther Che, Lavinia Li Chen, Chris Chervais, Natalie Dungy, Olivia Musahanyan Gardabedian, Lindsay Ha, Spencer Hart, Elvin Xie, Rachel Xie, Darren Liu, Jessica Lipman, Kelsey Ma, Danica Masi, Tatiana Mills, Joshua Park, Andrew Pringle, Tyler Ravelli, Joseph Sayadon, Ewan Shields, Theodora Siegel, Duncan Smith, Eli Arbabzuda Stefanacci, Viola Sun, Sarah Jane Tutunchian, Carmen Voskel, Lou Wallstad, Ethan Yu. These are the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Music Education. Chris Chervais, Spencer Hart, Josh Jimenez, Darren Liu, Jessica Lipman, Kelsey Ma, Tyler Ravelli, Jazz Stringfellow. These are the candidates for the Master of Music degree. Jaewon An, Justin Burchell, Rachel Bale, Ben Bradburn, Charles Brunson, Chris Insu Cho, Hannah Chow, Emily Marie Dunning, Bo Fang, Haley Hedegaard, Julia Johnson, Soli Jones, O'Connor Lange, Alan Lee, Sam Lorenzini, Jack McHugh, Emma Moradian, Andrew Ordonez, Carla Rogers, Jonathan Schlitt, Dalton Tran, Henry Thomas Wolfe. These are the candidates for the Doctor of Musical Arts degree. Irina Bazik, Ryan Brown, Philip John Hoke, Stephen Carr, Janet Song Kim, Ellen Shinogle, Valerie Michelle Stern, Onli Lin Tong, Erica Wilson, Priyanka Venkatesh. These are the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy. Anthony Constantino, Yalil Guerra, Mason Lewis, Shahab Parhaj. These are the candidates for the Master of Arts degree. Eliona Lee. Dante Michael Luna. Teo Schmidt. Yifang Yuan.
Graduates in musicology, I'm Mitchell Morris, chair of the department, and on behalf of my colleagues and myself, I am proud to salute you, this year's graduates from our department of the class of 2021. Congratulations. This was a challenging 4 years, especially the last year, but y'all done it. We're extremely proud of how marvelously resourceful you've been, how courageous and how hard you've worked, and you've earned this degree and our respect forevermore. Let us hear from you in the future. We wish you well in your the next stage of your life, but we'd love to hear from you. We'd love for you to keep in touch and know that you'll always have a home with us. We're your true alma mater, and we'll always be concerned with your best interests and your future progress. And now, best of luck for a new summer and a new beginning, and we hope that you succeed marvelously in the paths that you've chosen for yourself, or the paths that you don't know have already been chosen for you. Good luck and thank you. J.W. Clark. Ilyena Malkasian. Karina Caitlin Moriarty. Liv Slaby. Patrick David Jungbansik. Caitlin Von Carlos. Monica Cheffo. Brina Lorraine. Casey Morgan.
Gabriel Victor Dybel. Allison Danielle Scott. Spencer Slayton.
Congratulations to all of our candidates. By virtue of the authority invested in me by the Regents of the University of California and the Chancellor of UCLA, I confer upon each of you the degrees for which you have been presented, with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Class of 2021. Academic tradition suggests that a student who has not yet earned their degree wear their tassel on the right side of the mortarboard. With your degrees now conferred, I invite you to move your tassel to the left side. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Ryan Svensson, and I'm an alumni and chair of the Herb Alpert School of Music Alumni Board. Congratulations.
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 After years of hard work and dedication,
you are about to graduate with a degree from UCLA,
the #1 public university in the country.
And according to me, the best school in the world.
After all of these years, your hard work and dedication is finally paying off.
I hope you take the time to really celebrate this accomplishment.
Now that you're graduating, you are joining a large alumni network
that is here to support you in the next phase of your life.
The school will always be here for you.
That includes the faculty, staff, and us, the alumni.
Throughout the year, the school hosts alumni-specific programming, including networking nights and panels.
We hope that you take advantage of these resources and continue to be involved at the school.
If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to the lovely Rory O'Toole,
the Assistant Director of Alumni Relations, with your questions or to give feedback on the type of events and programs that you, a new alumnus, would like to see.
In a few days, you'll receive an email to update your information with your non-UCLA email and current home address.
We hope to stay in touch with you so that you can receive invitations to alumni events and other important updates.
Congratulations!
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 You did it! We hope to see you soon, and go Bruins!
A very special thank you to our Alumni Board for extending a warm welcome to the class of 2021. I encourage all of our graduates to take advantage of the many resources available to School of Music alumni. They'll provide a much needed and wonderful source of connection and support as you take the next steps in your journey. As our commencement ceremony now comes to a close, I am pleased to welcome Sarah Yokute, who will share a beautiful performance of UCLA's alma mater.
We'll gladly give